Hello Earth family, I'm Mark Allen here with your astrology forecast for the full moon in Capricorn and Mars going retrograde on July 27th, Wednesday. So a lot of people are familiar with Mercury retrograde, which happens about 3 times a year. That's when Mercury and the Earth pass or cross paths, and when that happens, because Mercury travels around the sun 3 times faster than us, it appears that Mercury goes backwards in the sky. If you Google it, you can actually see the path of Mercury and how it looks, how it's going retrograde. Seems like it's about to storm, so I'm going to make this video fast. But a few things I wanted to mention. So the full moon in Capricorn is touching upon Saturn in Capricorn, which is also retrograde. We have 5 retrograde planets right now. We have Pluto retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and Mars, which is going retrograde. When a planet goes retrograde, it retraces its steps in the sky, and so it's like a do-over of sorts, or a test or quiz or a repetition. We're going over the things that we might have missed, the lessons that we might not have learned, and we are going over them again. With Mars retrograde, it's really important to note that it's starting in Aquarius and then it's going to go back into Capricorn. So Capricorn is something that's really being heightened right now. This is one of my puppies, Luke, by the way. I brought my dogs with me. This is my meditative space that I go to. It's near my parents' house in Lee Summit, near Unity Village, and this is the Little Blue River, and this is where I come to seek peace and solitude, and it has really helped me, especially with all of this earth energy, like Capricorn, like Uranus going into Taurus recently. Finding that connection to earth has really helped ground myself into the natural rhythms of nature, and coming into my understanding of what all of this really is. With Mars going retrograde, it's really important to not start conflicts. There definitely will be conflicts because Mars is the god of war, but those who start the conflict, initiate it, are usually the ones who lose during the time of Mars retrograde, because now is not the time to be aggressive. Now is the time to not necessarily be passive, but not initiate conflict, not going out and looking to fight people on things, being smarter about it, finding a compromising route that will bring joy to all parties, not just one. And with this retrograde, it may seem like the energy is shifting, but if you're aware of it, then it's not as much as a problem. Same with Mercury retrograde. If you're aware that Mercury is in retrograde, it doesn't have to be a hard time. It can be a time of reflection, a time of looking over all of your contracts, etc. With Mars retrograde, it's not a good idea to start a new job. If you are starting a new job, that's fine. With astrology advice, it doesn't mean that all hell is going to break loose if you start a new job. It's just saying right now might not be the best time to try and push yourself out there and trying to see how many, sending your resume. Traditionally, when you apply for a job, especially now, people want to send their resume out to 100 employers a day, and that's just not going to benefit you now. Right now, it's going to be a beneficial experience to go over what you've learned over the past several years. Look back at your old contacts. Contact people that you haven't talked to in a while, especially those who are connected, especially those who you look up to, your mentors, etc. When a full moon beacons us, it is shedding light on a certain area of our chart, and right now that chart is Capricorn, with the sun being in Cancer. Both of those are very much about the family, very much about the home, about finding emotional comfort in your living situation, finding emotional comfort in your parents, your relatives, etc. So now is a good time to focus on the family of sorts. Now is a good time to focus on your family, or what family do you want to have? Do you want to have children? Do you want to get married? Maybe that isn't for you. Capricorn is also very career oriented. With Saturn retrograde in Capricorn, we are being forced to look at our bare bones structure and determine what is our energy being best used towards. What is our career? A career should be something that you're passionate about, not just something that you're good at. because a career is something that you plan on doing for a long time, and that doesn't mean you're going to be stuck in the same job for the rest of your life. But if you're a chef, or if you're an artist, or if you're an accountant, knowing what you're good at and what brings you joy and searching for opportunities that fulfill that joy is going to bring you more happiness than just doing something for the money. Capricorn is the sea goat. He's climbing the mountain, trying to get to the very top. There's always another peak to climb. There's always more to achieve. Right now you are seeing what are my goals? What do I want to achieve with my lifetime? What is the legacy that I want to leave behind? This is all going to be shown upon us right now. Myself personally, I just got into real estate about a month ago. I finally finished all of my tests and exams, and it was definitely an uphill battle, or what it felt like an uphill battle, because I did introduce resistance to that. But through that resistance, discover that this is something that I actually really want to do. I really do enjoy dealing with people. I really do enjoy houses. I really do enjoy imagining what a home looks like, especially as an artist as well, understanding how art is going to fit in the home, how my art is going to bring joy to people every day, depending on where they put it in their home or what purpose it serves. So I discovered that those really go hand in hand with what I'm wanting to do, along with astrology as well, which has become this other side project of mine that I've really come into understanding, and now people are coming to me asking me about astrology advice. And a lot of people have heard about Mars retrograde. Leia, no. Leia, come here. A lot of people have asked about Mars retrograde because they have heard about it on the internet. The thing with retrograde, don't be scared of the name retrograde. It happens to everyone, and it is not a bad thing. It is actually a really good thing. Mars retrograde is going to be a great time to relax, enjoy the summer, because the pressure is not going to be on as much. Jupiter's retrograde right now in Scorpio, which is a very intense time. A lot of us have had very intense personal transformations. I have a friend who just realized that he kind of came into understanding that he is a trans man and has decided to go under hormone therapy, and just came out to his family as well, who ended up being super supportive. And now is the time that he has gone through that transformation. Jupiter in Scorpio has heightened that expansive transformation, the understanding that we are constantly changing all the time. We are a new person every day. Every 7 years, all the cells in our body have totally been replenished and changed. So you really are, your physical body is entirely new and different. And the same is true with your soul inside your body as well. We are all changing. We are all growing, expanding, understanding more about our universe and about our place in that universe. And so using this full moon period to come into understanding of who we truly are, what we truly want to achieve with our lives, what legacy we want to leave behind, and also what do we want to build for future generations. You don't want to just build something with shitty materials and make it only last 50 years. You want a house that is built upon a solid foundation and will last 100 years, if not 200 years. We look at the relics from the past, these stone monuments that have lasted millennia. We've lost touch with that in our modern age of steel and glass because we want things done quickly, cheaply, and efficiently. And I really think we're coming back into an understanding of building something that lasts. And that's really the story of Jupiter in retrograde in Scorpio. Jupiter goes direct on July 10th too, which is around the same time of the solar eclipse, which is going to make another sharp change in our lives. Every 6 months, the sun at least goes through a partial eclipse and a partial lunar eclipse. And those are times when we are propulsion forward to discover who we are, what parts of ourselves are we changing, what parts of ourselves have grown, what parts of ourselves are we cutting off and letting fall behind so that it can be fertilizer for the soil, for the next seeds, for whoever's coming next. The cycle of life, nothing lasts forever, but understanding that cycle, we can make things that do last a long time, that serve a purpose for us for a long time. And nature is a temple. Even though it's cloudy and rainy, this area always fills me with joy and peace because this is my place. This is a place where no one else knows really about. I mean, there's a few people who know where this place is, but I'm truly the one who comes, and this is I've declared this my space, my zone, my area, and I come here and discover myself through nature, because we are all just a facet of the whole. You cannot separate yourself from the whole. Our ego identities really want us to believe that we're out in it for ourselves and we are the most important thing, and it's true to an extent. We are the most, for you are your point of attraction for the universe, and it's important to understand that frame of mind, but to understand that you are connected to everything and everything is connected to you. Nature is a cycle. Nature has given us life, and eventually we will die. So anyway, I hope this full moon video has helped you. I'll make more videos about Mars in retrograde, and I'm going to pick up my camera before it got strained on.